watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I unleashed my soul, now they taking pictures of it.
Eyes on the prize, it's my last soda. 5:45, had the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a G, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She bursts into me like an athlete. She chill with the G's, then she know it. Yeah. It's eyes on the prize, I can't live life in the sky.
On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. We've reached the halfway mark of the regular season. A lot of work left to do as we're away in Week 9. Returnable from near the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First play is to the air. That's Jefferson. He's got it. Into the red zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. PAT effort coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. Jukes one defender. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Love this. Tight end getting a run. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
That's what I call a nice tendency buster right there. Works to the tune of a new set of downs. Really got some nice yardage, and it wouldn't be surprising to see that call used again in a similar spot.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They go play action here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He'll throw it. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. Down the left sideline he goes. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins finish off their opening drive. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins start off well to tie things 7-7. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Return starts at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And someone stepped in, it's intercepted. And the Dolphins take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
At the 41-yard line.
First and 10 from the 41. There's a handoff up the gut. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
They send a man in motion. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the Browns will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the 32. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Dropping back to throw. Lays out left side and gets it. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Stops by Deion Henley. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 44 here on second down. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Pass play coming here. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Dolphins got it! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, Kate, defenders today are taught, don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form. Making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Simple dive up the middle. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 42. And finds Ayuk, complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, they'll run. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 37. Connects with his back, Jaleel McLaughlin. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
He's got the hook up to Atwell. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
McLaughlin can't push it across. They make the stand. Looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Back now, pressure on its way. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they're left with 3rd and goal.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And this is caught. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running it now out of the gun. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing now on first down. And that won't be brought in, but I love the deep shot there. Some excitement for us on our final play of the opening quarter. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They're advancing it well as they face second down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. He's going to throw this one. Completed to his running back. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game. I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
He gets another shot here. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. Do you continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
Third down from the gun. And he will score. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns can tie it up in a second after cutting into the lead. Setting up to try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Browns tie things up at 14. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. Throw reeled in by Allen. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. The running back gets it on the draw. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Back to the well again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one.
Oh, the football's loose. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. And they stop him from advancing it further. Nice job rallying to it after some chaos there. A very eventful turnover on downs. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And this one does not go far. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Back to throw now. Escapes the pocket. Finds him on the crossing route. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Second and 8. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing from the gun here. Completed over the middle. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. They got the interference call on 3rd down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs. They'll run here following the penalty. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back to throw. That's a catch. Looks like he's in bounds. Good effort, but still short of the first. It's a pickup of 11. And that gives them 1st and goal. So a crazy first half has finally reached the 2-minute warning. The Browns driving ahead. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll run Pacheco. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. Trying again with Pacheco. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns get some late points and the lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That goes as a 40-yard pickup, and it gives him a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
He's fine, Smith. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins earn the chance to tie it before halftime. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins tie this game at 21. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
1st and 10, looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. And the Browns return, so that interception's going to be the final play of this opening half.
All time.
Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
They're on the 26-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Second and 10 now. He finds Sanders. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Five men in the secondary for the Browns. 3rd down coming. Here's a throw. All the left side. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Plowing up the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
From midfield now, it's caught, McLaughlin. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From the 42. Brought in by Ayuk. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They'll try and throw it here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
The wind was at his sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Return starts from the goal line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Run from Pacheco to start the half. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
He's on the move.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
He puts some power on a deep one left. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So that brings up 4th and long. The Browns are lined up to punt. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And this is a worm burner. He did not hit that one well. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That punt finals at a 33-yard effort. And the Dolphins will have themselves a short field to begin the drive. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Gets this one to Blake Corum. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there. Reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Back-to-back carries here. And again, they stall him out of the line. He couldn't get it.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. He's back to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Stopped by Deion Henley. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Here's 2nd and 5. It is caught left side. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They gain 14 on the play. And that gives the Browns a first.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. So we hit the end of the third quarter. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A give right side. Here's Pacheco. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Right back to Pacheco. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
First down, and they go right back to it. Runs it in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns take a 4th quarter lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns take a 4-point lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And not much. He maybe got a few across the 30 to about the 32. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Putting a receiver in motion. From the 32. Complete. It's Atwell. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
So on 4th down, it's Ryan Wright out to punt it away. And this will be his first effort of the contest. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. Tried getting creative, but the coverage team read it all the way. This return loses yards. And after the punt, the offense comes out onto the field. And the Browns will go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running this one left. And he'll only drive this forward to around the 26. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get 1 step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Hey, I'll be honest with you, Kate. They say that football is cyclical. Well, I sure hope we see the fullback come back. There's just something about that guy, something about that position. And he just showed you right there, going and getting you a 1st down. They can be difference makers, too.
Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down right around the 39. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. It's Pacheco again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Back to throw. On the move, headed right. Catch is made down the right sideline.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll work a little room down to the 29. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Back to the well again. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Pretty obvious, this defense, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Another carry for him. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Second down now, 7 to go. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Browns now lead by 10. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns drive their lead to 11. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Taken in by Smith. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Tight end going in motion here. Back to pass on 1st and 10. That finds Ayuk complete. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. It's a pickup of 26. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
He breaks a tackle. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Dolphins trailing by 11. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So the incompletion on 1st, here's 2nd and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. He's at midfield. The 30. The 10. He's at the 5. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to the air, following the pick six. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And this kick is going to go out of bounds. Oh, my. That's going to place the ball at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Running left with Pacheco. Breaks the tackle. Still going. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now a handoff for Pacheco. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Now they'll throw out of the gun. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Throwing from the gun here. They connect for the first. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Gotta hurry this to the line. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Here's Smith on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing it to start this drive. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for one, maybe two more snaps. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's going to be 2nd down.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing from the gun. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. That throw is looking for Brandon Ayuk. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. One final shot here. That's caught for the 1st. So the Browns come away with the win. And they continue playing their best ball of the season over this recent stretch as they pick up a 6th consecutive victory.
That ultra ground move, riding in the good, I use it. Tighten up, you would lose. I approve. I bet, I stepped in the proof. Straight ultra ground makes all you haters get down. You understand what I'm saying?
I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. Hey, I met this girl the other night. She said she wanted me and be a money white. Respectfully declined because I said I got a wife. She said she wanted man, her best friend is known around the way. I started hearing about her type. Always with the ball players, that's the one she likes. She got it done, and I guess they look alright. They call her princess, but she down in every. In and out of DMs, tryna be a rapper. She won't get the W, I skirt off when I see him. I know it's gonna get worse when I start doing Coliseums. Gonna be, I just call it how I see him. Let me clarify, I ain't talking about all women.